Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I was having some technical difficulties. Streamlabs wanted to update, so I was trying not to, and then get the thumbnail for the YouTube, and just, yeah. Some days are just like that. Technical Tuesday days, I guess we'll call it today. So today, for Kit Together Tuesday, because the kit I was going to do is not currently available, The Road to Christmas, I'm just going to briefly show it to you. I want you to know that you can go into the online store. You can click, oh, I have shown it to you because it's opened, but we'll just show you. Here we go. This one. You can click on this kit. Go to the kit, go into menu, go to Kits Collection, and then you can click on the little square to be notified when it comes back in stock. So I just did that today myself for this kit because I'd like to have some more. I'm thinking we should do a class on it. And for the Memento Black ink, which is also currently unavailable. Then you'll get an email that tells you you are on the list to be notified as soon as it comes back in stock. When you get that email, don't wait. Okay, don't wait. I have waited on other items and they have gone again. And I'm telling you, this truck kit, it's going to go again. So make sure that as soon as you get that email telling you that truck kit is back in stock, it's called Road to Christmas. Make sure to go order it because it's going to be a popular one. People just seem to have this thing for red trucks, old red trucks, anything like that, especially around Christmas time. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago when the red truck or when the truck punch and stamp set came out. It was gone like that every time it was back in stock. But now you can click that little box and make sure your email is in there, and it will email you and let you know when it's back in stock. They can't guarantee how long it'll be in stock. There's never a guarantee. They never know what items are going to sell like hotcakes or not. Just like this one. I found out over in Europe and France, this is already sold out. Right now, it's not showing low inventory, but you don't want to wait to get your 12 days. You don't want to wait because when it's gone, it's gone. They're not ordering more. There's nothing more. This is it. They made a certain number of them and that is it. Comes with 2 stamp sets. Don't wait if you want that. That is the 12 days of crafting advent calendar. We're just going to call it the 12 days of crafting calendar. All right, 12 days. I did put a post up saying to guess what's behind each door, but you don't get to see the sizes of the door with the graphics that I use. So I'm going to take a picture of mine so that you have the full picture of the 12 doors, and then you can guess what is behind each door. All right, and if you are correct when I open it, you will get a prize. Not what's in it, but you will get a prize. All right, it could be anything from handmade cards to bling to ribbon, tools, well, not tools, but things you can use in your crafting. All right, so, and it all Stampin' Up! Product, of course. So make sure that you do the guess. I will correct the graphic today after our live. So let's go ahead and get started. I have these zoomed in a little bit high. So let's go out just a little bit. Here we go. All right, so let's start with, okay, we're going to start with Hooray for Honeycomb Kit. All right, let's make at least one of these cards. And the one I wanted to show you especially is the strawberry one, because that one has been confusing for people. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this properly. So this is card 1. So we want this. We want this envelope. We need, do we need the string? No string for that one. All right, let's see. We want our strawberry. And, whoa, We don't want it all over the place. So these are the other two cards. All right, this one goes with this one goes with this one. We're not making those today because I want to be able to get to it. And these. So then we need this one right here, and we need both this top and this top. So we still need that for the other one. And then we need, and this is one of those kits, it comes in the 4 different languages: English, German, French, and Dutch. Had to think for a minute. All right, here we go. And we want this one that says, "Very proud of you." All right, very proud of you. All right, so we're going to put all that stuff back in the box and put that box over here. All right, so we're going to make this card, card number 1, because people are very confused about the honeycomb. How do you mail it with the honeycomb? Well, let's figure that out. I'm going to show you just a little trick. All right, so we're going to fold this. Hi, Kathy. Great to see you on here. How's your weather over there? We're rainy. We are rainy. And here is the front of our card. Then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this, and glue dots on the back of this. So we're going to use dimensionals. Here we go. This is from a kit. There were a lot of them. This is from the fancy birthday kit, and I had used other ones, so now I have this to use. Super fun. And then we need some glue dots, which obviously I've taken everything out of that kit already. Apparently, because I don't have anything in there for this. So then we're going to do the glue dots here. Kathy says, berries though, so cute. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Your weather is gorgeous, or the card is gorgeous. If your weather is gorgeous, I'm jealous. We are super rainy today and supposed to be rainy most of the rest of the week, I think. Come on. But I'm sure you are enjoying your weather. So I'm always checking your weather over there since Qatar is close by. All right, so this one, I'm going to take the backings off. It's going to go up here. And it's going a little bit at a slight angle because then this is going to be going across like that. Probably could have put this on before I put it on here, but that's okay. This one is going to have dimensionals on it. Right here. And the little one's going to have dimensional on it. And then it says a glue dot up here. Right here. I'm not sure what the glue dot is for, actually. Let's see. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've made this one. Maybe it's to hold the strawberry down once it opens. I can't imagine that. So we're going to put this one right here, and this one right there on top of it. All right, now what you're going to do with this is it's got sticker here, and whoop, my hands are slick. It's got sticker here and sticker here. You're going to just pull on the one side, pull it off on the one side. All right, I want to see that I get it centered. So I'm going to open it. Oop. Open it carefully like this. This side is not sticky, this side is sticky. All right, so I want to make sure I stick it in here like that. And then I'm going to stick the one side down. All right, we're going to just stick the one side down. You don't want to stick both down, because if you stick both down, it's going to be hard to mail it like that without crunching this, right? But you can mail it like this, and then we're just going to write pull off sticker and open. All right, we're just going to tell the person what to do. So when they get the card, they're going to pull off the sticker and then they can stick it down. All right, because you can't mail it with it open, right? So that, yes, both. So Owen wanted to CBW, so we toured. Holy cow, I forgot to turn my phone off. Owen wanted to CBW, so we toured last week. It was pouring. Oh my gosh. How terrible to tour BW in the pouring rain. Oh, so he might think about going there? Yay! All right, so this is how you're going to mail this one. You're going to mail it like this, and you're just going to put a note on it to pull off the sticker and to open it. So then they know, take off that sticker, and then they can open this, and then they have the very proud of you. Right? So isn't that a great idea? The other cards, they're all inside, so that's already closed. But this one was confusing. So this is what I tell folks. Keep the sticker on here for this part, or the paper on here. They probably you could pull off paper and stick open, but I think they'll understand it when they see that they would do this with it. All right, but that's a super cute card, but you definitely don't want to send it that way. So just like that. So that is one of the Hooray for Honeycombs. All right, the other two, like I said, the honeycombs are inside. So you just put them in, and when they open the card, it will open up. This was the only one that was always confusing people. And I would get messages saying, how do I do this? It's going to squish it. I'm saying, don't open it. Don't open it. All right. So that is the Hooray for Honeycomb. And it is currently on the last chance list for half price. It is $9 right now. And you get, what was it, 6 cards? 6 cards. No, 3 of each. You get 9 cards for $9. That's $1 a card. Can you get such cute cards with the honeycomb for $1? Not anymore, not even at the dollar store. They're $1.25 or $1.50. So this is awesome. All right, let's take a look at this next one. Oh, we're going to do Alpine one next. And then we'll do the By Your Side one, which is an all-time favorite. All right, so here are the Alpine Air ones. If you love mountains, I live in the mountains. If you love mountains, this is an awesome kit. It has a Misty Moonlight stamp set, or ink pad, which I happen to have right here, because it's one of the colors we decided yesterday in the 12 Days of Christmas. We've got some dimensionals, love dimensionals. We have some bling, we have some glue dots, we have some stamps. Let's see, which one do we want to make today? All right, so let's do the green one. Let's see, do we have one of each? Oh, we have 2 of each. So obviously I've done one of each. I like the green one. Let's do the green one. It's nice and bright. So that is card 2. So we have the green one, and then we want the wonderful meadow layer. Here we go. Meadow layer, and we want this layer as well. All right, the mountains above the meadow. All right, so we're going to put that one away. And then we want the, that can go in the trash. Well, recycle. I don't throw paper in the trash. So we have the circle And then that's it for that one. Oh, and we'll keep an envelope out. Are they all the same? No, they are not. It's been a while since we played with this kit. Wow, it's been quite a while. So I have a Flee Fly Flu flying around that's bugging me. All right, let's stamp. We're going to go to card 2. Right here, no stamping on the card itself. So we're just going to stamp happy birthday over here, which is a great one. Nice and general for anybody, male or female. Anyone who loves the mountains, they would love this card. Because it's going to have not only mountains, it's going to have water, and it's going to have a meadow. And who doesn't love that? Mountains, water, meadow? Sounds like a perfect place for me. All right, there we go. Stamping that in our Misty Moonlight. And we're going to put dimensionals on the back of everything. All right, so we're going to fold our card. We want to burnish it, and I like to use, like I've said, the side of the bone folder because it helps it stick. We want to make sure it opens on the right. We're going to flip, goes this way. We're going to flip this over this way. We're going to flip this over this way, and we've got this flipped over that way. Now we want to add our dimensionals. So they are showing 5. So each of the 4 corners, and then one in the middle. I seem to have very slippery hands today. I even put lotion on to make them a little less slippery. It's just, even though it's raining, it just seems to be dry, or I just didn't drink enough water this weekend. That's my guess. I didn't drink enough water this weekend. I was drinking some caffeine to stay awake for the weekend. All right, let me get my sleeves pulled up. They keep falling down. There we go. Here we go. All right. So, glad you are having gorgeous weather there, Kathy. That is awesome. All right, and I'm sure my son likes it because right now they're still practicing outside. So, I'm sure he is glad. So we're going to center this top, bottom, or top and sides here, and then we're going to center this top and sides here with just a little bit of a split in between. And then we're going to take these off of here. We're going to put this right there, one on each. Ooh, there we go. And then we got some gems. We're going to use 3 of our little sequin. There we go, right there, and right here. So, super easy, right? Super quick. Even with the stamping, super easy, super quick. Gotta love it. And this kit right now, stamping kit, so you'll have the stamps. So it has hello friend, let yourself dream big, happy birthday, and thinking of you. Love all of those sentiments, right? And you'll have that plus the Misty Moonlight that you can use on any other cards that you're making. That's the beauty of it. So this kit is now $19.80 on the last chance list. So it's only $19.80. You could get a couple of those and be set for outdoor cards for all your outdoor friends and family members for quite a while, because there's 9 cards in each one. Super cute, super easy, right? We love super easy, super quick, super easy. That's the way we like it. Wonderful. All right, so let's move that out of the way. And then let's bring in our last kit, which is just so stinking adorable. All right, let me back up on you here a little bit. There we go. Perfect weather for practice, yes. So now we need some Old Olive. Oh, here we go. Old Olive at the bottom of my stack. At the bottom of my stack, I got Old Olive. All right, so Old Olive. We have our block because all the kits come with blocks. They're all inclusive. Everything comes in the kit that you need to make the cards. Let's see what all we have here. Not much left of this one. Obviously, we've played with this one, but look at these animals. Aren't they absolutely adorable? Look at that cute little dog and the kitten playing. And this big old lug, he just looks like a sweet lug. And she looks so beautiful. All right, super cute. We have some hearts. We have 2 envelopes left, so that means we have 2 cards left. So we'll just make both of them, and I'm just going to have to use those animals somewhere else. All right, so we're going to make 2 of the 2 cards that are left, and then I'll show you the other cards that are in it. All right, so I'm going to do 1 dog, 1 cat. Let's see, I think we're going to go with the big lug on this one because I just love him. He's such a lug. Look at that. He's just such a lug. And I want to do this cute little kitten playing with things, right? On this one. So this goes together. This goes together. Let's find the rest of our stuff. I'm a little unorganized here. All right, let's jump in. We're going to do 1 cat, 1 dog. All right, and so you have a cat and a dog for each. So you're going to have leftover pets to play with, to make other cards with. How awesome is that? And then, of course, you have the stamps to go with it. So we have a cat, a dog paw, cat paw, dog bone, fish treat, best friends forever, you make my heart happy, here's to a true friend, and I'll always be by your side. How awesome is that? All right, so we're going to make this one a cat one. We're going to make this one the dog one. So let's get all the ingredients we need. So we need 2 of these. So I'll take the last one out of here. And then we have this piece, this piece that we'll be using, and we can use the circle to make other cards with those other animals. So this one goes here, and then we have these little hearts that come out of the other one that we can use. So super cool. We got lots of pets. We have 4 leftover sentiment pieces. And then we have these hearts that we can pop out and use with those circles with other cards. Here we go. More circles. And look, I have a whole set. I have 1 of each and then this one. So I've got 2 of each of these and 1 of each of those. I can make 6 more cards with this. That is awesome. All right, we'll do the kitten last. We're going to start, actually, let's do all the stamping. So we're going to stamp on here and on here. And we're going to, let's see. Well, we're going to do a lot of stamping. All right, we're going to do the dog first, then we're going to do the kitten because there's a lot of stamping involved here. This goes there. All right, so first we're doing the dog. So we're going to put the dog stuff, the bone. Do we put the bone? Bone. The bone is not anywhere, just the paw. So the bone stamp you can use for making your own. That's going to be fun. All right, so let's do this. We're going to stamp. You make my heart happy. Oop, wrong stamp set. There we go. You make my heart happy. Because Actually, the pets make our heart happy, right? Not just us making their heart happy, the pets make our heart happy. All right, how many pets do you have? We have 1 dog and 2 cats. And my parents came from not very many of them, or not any pets, and they are starting to warm up to the pets, I think. I think. I know my mom is. Don't know about my dad. Depends on his mood that day. All right, so we're going to do that there. We're going to do that there. And that is it for the stamping here. Let's move that over. We'll go ahead and burnish this card with the side of our bone folder. All right, reminds me of Doug from Up. Oh, this one, The Big Lug. I don't remember that movie. I only saw it once a long time ago. Oh, and then I think we're supposed to be stamping the paws. Yes, the paws are stamped on here. So let's do that while we have the chance. And then you could use the bone and go up along the side of the envelope if you wanted to. All kinds of possibilities. All right, so let's get back to our card. We're going to flip this over. We're going to flip the dog over. We're going to flip this over. And this is a great sweatshirt, but the sleeves get big, so then it falls down on me a lot. I got to figure out some way to keep it up. Got any tricks, Kathy, of how to keep it up? All right, here we go. Putting 3 dimensionals on there, and we're going to put 2 on here. Oh, I think we want to have one of them down low and one of them to the outside, if I recall correctly. Just looking at the picture here. And then we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and because all this stuff is going on top, I'm going to add one in the center, because otherwise it's going to sag, and you know I don't like saggy centers of my cards. So let's go ahead and take these off, and we're going to put this, and you could use whichever dog you wanted. You don't have to use what they use. Just know that. I could have used the black dog on here. It would have worked just as well, no problem. You can mix and match the animals wherever you want them. I just think he's pretty cute. He's just a big lug. All right, and then, yeah, so you want to make sure that you have this one way out on the outside and this one way down below. Not where they put it, because then when you put your sentiment on, you can put it down here, and the dimensionals are over here and not loading up onto there, and that way it makes it all flush. All right, how fun is that? Then we just have our one big heart right there. Aww. So cute. So stinking cute. I'm really sad that this kit is going. It's also going to be, or it's also $19.80 right now for the kit. It was $22. It's now, maybe fold the cuff up. Oh yeah, I've thought about that, and sometimes I do that. When it annoys me long enough or enough, I'll end up doing that. All right, so now we have our kitten, we have our sentiment to stamp, and we're going to stamp on here and on the card and on everything except for the kitten. All right, so we'll start here. I'll always be by your side. Is that the one I want to use? Or do I want to change it up? Here's to a true friend. Best friends forever. I wish it was a black cat. Then I could send it to Kitar. All right. Here we're going to use here's to a true friend this time instead of the one that they are calling for. Feel like changing it up. All right. I'm going to go that way. I'm going to stick this down here. Ooh, looks like I got it curved a little bit. I didn't lay it down flat. That's what happens. Oops, now I need the what is it? The paw, kitten paw. Yep. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to picking up. All right, so we want a paw over here. We want a paw over here. We want a paw, whoops, over here, and we want a paw right here. I could probably still send this to Kitar and he would love it because he just loves cats. Hey, Kathy, have you ever been to that El Gato Cafe? We got Kitar a gift card, or Mom got Kitar a gift card for there last year. I need to check with him to see if he's gone yet. But it just sounds like a wonderful place to go when you're missing cats. You could totally go there. When you're missing cats, need a cat fix, you go to El Gato Cafe. So I really trust he uses it this year, because he got it last year for Christmas and then never went. Go figure. All right. So just gonna do that. Oh, hold on. I might need to take some of those off because the cat has to go inside the circle, which is already lifted. So we're gonna put this right here. And then the cat has to be able to play inside there. So we don't want one over here. All right. Let's see. There we go. That'll work. So you want to make sure so that you don't have it all wonky and that it can lay flush. You want to make sure that your dimensionals are not up and over what's already dimensionalized. So I'm going to slide this in here like this so it just butts up against it like that. All right, and then it's calling for dimensionals on this, but I'm not putting dimensionals on here because it's going to lay on this. And then the cat would not, it would, because it goes under the cat, it would not keep it flush. So I'm actually just going to put the glue dots on here. Now you can do it however you want to do it. I'm just letting you know my reason for not putting the dimensionals on here. I would only put the dimensionals on if I wanted it to layer over the cattail, but we don't. According to the picture, they don't. So having dimensionals there would make it off. And I don't like mine wonky. Not that kind of wonky. I want my layers to be flush and flat. So I'm going to bring this in here. Let's see. And they have it more. I guess this should have been a little higher up. So I'm just changing it a little bit to accommodate what I did. Like this. All right, there we go. Here's to a true friend. And then we have another heart. They have it over here on this side. I'm going to stick it over here on this side. All right, so you can see the difference of how they did it versus how I did it. Okay, so just a little different. I have this more centered. I could have put it higher up, but I was trying to keep the green in there, and it's already almost out of the green. All right, and then you can see all the other stamps. I just changed this up because I used a different sentiment than they did. All right, and I didn't want this to go up over the tail. All right, so there we have it. So we made two of my last two cards. So now you can see these are the two that we made. The other option for this one is this cat. Oh, got you zoomed in a little too far. Here we go. And then the other option for this one, oh, here we go, is the dog. All right, and remember though, you can use the different cats and the different dogs. You could swap them up and move them around. It doesn't have to be this way. I have now used all my cards from this kit, so they are what they are, but these are absolutely adorable. They really are. They're so cute. Here, let's see. So no, but your friend has been there. Maybe a rainy day trip. Yeah, could be. Well, he has a car this year, right? Oh, Kitara's had a car the whole time because he drives back and forth each summer and back to school. So he has had a car. His grandparents gave him a car essentially for graduation and for college. So it was a very good condition car. So he has a car, and so yes, he does use it. He doesn't get as much walking on campus as he probably should, but he also does do some walking depending on where his classes are. A lot of his classes are on North Campus, and he lives further south. So I think he just goes, parks, and then walks around the north. All right, so here are our great cards. So this kit is By Your Side. It is now 1980. All right, and so when it's gone, it's gone. All right, I think I don't know if I have any in my stash, but I know that online, when it's gone, it's gone. And then we have the Alpine Air kits with all the outdoor looking cards, or the mountainous cards, which is also beautiful, which is also 1980. And then we have the Hooray for Honeycomb kit. All right, and all of these are on sale. This one is $9 for 9 cards. This one is $19.80, but it has a stamp set. Remember, this one didn't have a stamp set and ink. These two have stamp set and ink, which is why they are a little bit more. So, all cards, kits that you can get online in the online store in the Last Chance. You just go to menu, go to kit collection, and then you can scroll down, and they are towards the bottom, but not only on the bottom. It just depends on where they are. So it is Tuesday, September 30th, and it is the last day for me to earn the trip. Any help you can give would be greatly appreciated. I'm not there yet, and I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I do appreciate, and my heart is overflowing with all of you who have been able to help me get as close as possible to that trip. So thank you so much for everything. Those of you who have placed orders, I will be reaching out to you to ask you what you would like for your thank you gift, whether you would like a mystery box of retired Stampin' Up! Goodies, if you would like a free class with me, either in person or on Zoom, depending on where you live, or if you would like matching Stampin' Rewards. So if you spent $100, you get $10 in Stampin' Rewards, and therefore I would match you the $10 in the Stampin' Rewards. So you get to choose what you would like as your thank you gift, because I am grateful and thankful for all the help that you have given me in towards earning this trip. Not there yet, so don't quit. I'm not quitting. We're going to fight to the end. So I will see you all again on Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday. We're going to be using the turtle DSP and make some cards using just the DSP. I don't have the stamp set or the dies, but we're going to use it making some cards and a scrapbook page, because October is now going to be Croptober. So we're going to start throwing in some scrapbook pages as we do it. And I'll do a combination of cards and scrapbook pages, because I know not everybody does one or the other. There's often a combination of both. So take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Remember, any help you can do to get me to Alaska, to get my husband, son, and I to Alaska next May or June is greatly appreciated. And I will see you back here on Thursday for Thunderstruck Thursday, tomorrow's errand days and appointments with the folks. So I'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.